The Woman at the Well. In the dusty heart of Samaria, where the sun hung heavy and the hills shimmered with heat, lay the town of Sychar. Its streets wound past mud brick homes, their walls baked golden by years of relentless sun. At the town's edge stood Jacob's Well, a deep stone circle fed by a hidden spring. Its waters cool even at midday. Here, where olive trees cast sparse shade, life pulsed with the rhythm of daily chores, except for one woman, who carried more than a water jar. Her name was Miriam, though few spoke it kindly. She was known instead by Whispers, the woman with 5 husbands, now living with a man not her own. Each morning, she waited until the other women had filled their jars at dawn, their laughter and chatter fading before she ventured to the well. The midday heat was her shield, sparing her the sting of their sidelong glances and murmured judgments. On this day, as the sun climbed to its peak, Miriam slung her clay jar over her shoulder, its weight familiar yet heavy. Her sandals scuffed the dry path, kicking up puffs of dust that clung to her faded robe. The air smelled of baked earth and distant olive groves, and a faint breeze carried the bleating of goats. As she approached the well, she stopped short. A man sat there alone, his travel-worn cloak dusted with the road's grit. He was Jewish by his dress, fringed robe, tassels at the hem, and his presence startled her. Jews rarely passed through Samaria, avoiding its people as if their very air was unclean. His eyes, deep and steady, met hers, and a faint smile curved his lips. Miriam tightened her grip on the jar, her heart quickening. She was used to men's gazes, but this one felt different, neither lustful nor scornful, but as if he saw her, truly saw her. "Give me a drink," he said, his voice calm, like a stream over smooth stones. Miriam's brow furrowed. "You, a Jew, asked me, a Samaritan woman, for water?" Her tone carried an edge, born of years defending herself. "Your people don't even share cups with mine." The man leaned forward, his hands resting on the well's stone rim. "If you knew the gift of God and who it is that asked you for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." Miriam blinked, caught off guard. "Living water?" She glanced at the well, its depths dark and still. "Sir," she said, a hint of skepticism in her voice, "you have no bucket, and this well is deep. Where do you get this living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us this well?" The man's smile widened, not mocking but warm, as if her question pleased him. "Everyone who drinks this water will thirst again," he said, gesturing to the well. "But whoever drinks the water I give will never thirst. It will become the spring of water, welling up to eternal life." Miriam's heart stirred, a flicker of hope battling her weariness. Never thirst? Her life was a cycle of thirst, not just for water, but for peace, for belonging, for a day without shame. "Sir," she said, her voice softer now, "give me this water, so I won't thirst or have to come here again." His eyes held hers, piercing yet gentle. "Go, call your husband and come back." The words landed like a stone in her chest. She lowered her gaze, the jar suddenly heavy in her hands. "I have no husband," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "You speak truly," he replied. "You have had 5 husbands, and the man you live with now is not your husband." Miriam's breath caught. No one knew her story, not fully. The marriages, each one a hope that crumbled into loss. The man she now lived with, a fragile arrangement born of survival, not love. Yet this stranger knew, not just the facts, but the weight of them. Her instinct was to flee, to hide from those knowing eyes, but something held her there. His voice carried no judgment, only truth wrapped in compassion. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling. To shift away his gaze, she added, "I see you're a prophet. Our fathers worship on this mountain, but you Jews say worship must be in Jerusalem. Where is it right to worship?" He leaned back, his hands tracing the well's rough edge. "Woman, believe me, the hour is coming when neither this mountain nor Jerusalem will matter. God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth." Her mind raced. Could this be the one her people spoke of? The Messiah, promised to restore and reveal? "I know the Messiah is coming," she said, testing him. "When he comes, he will tell us all things." He looked at her, his eyes like a flame that warmed rather than burned. I who speak to you am he. The words hung in the air, heavy with meaning. Miriam's jar slipped from her hands, landing softly in the dust. Her heart pounded, not with fear but with strange, wild hope. This man, this Jew at a Samaritan well, claimed to be the anointed one, yet his voice, his presence, carried a weight she could not dismiss. Before she could speak, footsteps crunched on the path. His disciples appeared, carrying bread and dried fish, their faces registering surprise at the sight of their teacher speaking with a Samaritan woman. Miriam seized her chance to retreat, leaving her jar by the well. She turned and ran toward Sychar, her sandals slapping the earth, her heart alight. The townsfolk were gathered in the market, bartering and chatting under awnings of woven reeds. "Come," she called, her voice ringing with urgency. "Come see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Messiah?" The people paused, startled. This was Miriam, the outcast, her face alive with a joy they'd never seen. Some scoffed, but others, curious, followed her back to the well. The crowd grew, men and women trailing behind, their murmurs rising like a tide. At the well, Jesus spoke with the people of Sychar. His words were like water itself, clear, refreshing, piercing their hearts. He spoke of a kingdom where outcasts were welcomed, where thirst for God was quenched forever. Many believed, not just because of Miriam's words, but because they heard him themselves. "This is indeed the Messiah," they said, inviting him to stay. For 2 days, Jesus and his disciples remained in Sychar, teaching in the shade of olive trees, sharing meals of flatbread and lentils. Miriam, once shunned, now stood among her neighbors, her shame replaced by purpose. She had come to the well for water, but found a spring of life instead.
Thanks for watching. Share God's love and subscribe for daily Bible inspiration. God bless you.